2nd and 2. Play action now. Prescott. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Everyone in a Carolina uniform happy to see that first down catch by DJ Moore, but none happier than his new quarterback, Sam Darnold, who never really had a wide receiver one in New York. Now he has one in DJ Moore, who's gone over 1,100 yards in each of his last 2 seasons. 3rd in the league in 2020 in yards per.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Sam Darnold taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Darnold. Flush to his right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, his car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue. But to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Right there. 54, Mike.
Throwing. Prescott. Wide open. Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Prescott on first down. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 16.
Off the field.
And he will be out of bounds on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. Nothing, our score after 1. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
42, nice 42. Watch the pass. Hey,
Here's Darnold. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Carolina. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Then a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 12, Hill. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
That'll be caught by Anderson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big run.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Darnold to Marshall there. 1st down, Panthers. On 1st and 10, Darnold. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now Darnold. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. It'll be a gain of 11, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Faking the give, Darnold. Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Hey. 4 down, 4 down.
Play action. It's Hill. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Oh, not as much fanfare as you might expect. Amari Cooper's gone over 1,000 yards in 5 of his 6 NFL seasons, and even without Dak Prescott for much of last year, he finished with a career-high 92 catches.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Hill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down. We're doing? Come on.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Hubbard. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And his kick is indeed good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
Michael Gallup is the unsung member of the Cowboys receiving corps, but he's made some big catches during his time in Dallas. Now in his 4th season, he makes another one there.
On 1st down, Hill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Hill throwing once more. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, you got deep? Hey, what's that? 79 Broncos. Mike 54. On the ball. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. All day, baby. Mike's 50. Hey.
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Cut, cut, cut.
Desperation time on fourth for Hill. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Panthers will get the football back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, 3 down, 3 down.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. Here's the Panthers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Right there.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Hey, here we go. Watch it.
And quickly to the outside. That's caught by Lamb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. To the short side left. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Coming to you, coming to you. Mike 42.
Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Check, 48, the mic. Yo, 80. Mike 48, Mike 48. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He shakes him off. Darnold, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Hill. Flushed out right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Go! Hey, one set, one Check Mike 54. Hey! Too little, cut. Mike's fine.
Hill looks to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Hassan Reddick drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Fourth down, Hill remains on the field as they'll go for it. On 4th down, Hill. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. The Chiefs have added on. They're pulling away in that one. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Hey, what's the ball? What's the ball? Mike 48, Mike 48. Check back, check back.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.